Alright, let's talk about something Meta Ray-Ban really didn't expect to happen this fast. For years, smart glasses were basically a one-name game. You heard smart glasses. You thought Meta Ray-Ban, end of story. They looked cool, took photos, played music, answered a few voice commands, and that was enough for a while, but then this showed up. And once you see what these smart glasses can actually do, it becomes very clear why this is the kind of product that changes the entire conversation. At first glance, they don't scream crazy future tech. They look clean, modern, and surprisingly normal. And that's important, because one of the biggest problems with smart glasses in the past was that they try too hard to look futuristic. These don't. You could wear them outside, on a commute, at a cafe, or even in a meeting, and no one would think twice. But what's happening inside these glasses is where things get wild. The moment you power them on, you realize this isn't just a camera strapped to your face with a microphone. This is a full computing device. There's a private display floating right in front of your eyes, and it's not some blurry, low-resolution gimmick. It's sharp, bright, and positioned in a way that feels natural after just a few minutes. You're not closing one eye or straining your vision. It feels like looking at a massive screen from a comfortable distance, except nobody around. You can see a thing. And this is where the first major difference hits. Meta Ray-Ban glasses don't have a display at all. Everything is audio-based. Voice in, voice out. Useful, yes, but also extremely limited. With these glasses, you're actually seeing information. Notifications, apps, videos, documents, navigation, and even full apps running right in front of you. It instantly turns your face into a personal workstation. What really surprised me was how natural multitasking feels. You can have a video playing while checking messages. You can pull up maps while responding to emails. You can resize windows, move them around, and switch between apps like you're using a tiny floating computer. This isn't a concept demo. This is real, working multitasking on your face. And yes, it runs Android apps. Full Android apps, that alone is insane. Think about what that means. You're not locked into a limited ecosystem where you can only do what the manufacturer allows. If there's an Android app you rely on, chances are you can run it here. Streaming apps, productivity tools, messaging, cloud storage, even remote desktop apps. Suddenly, these glasses aren't just accessories. They're replacements for a lot of things you normally pull your phone out for. Now let's talk about AI, because this is where things get even more interesting. Instead of just basic voice commands, the AI here feels proactive and useful. You can ask questions and see responses visually. You can summarize articles, translate text you're looking at, get step-by-step guidance, and even analyze what's in front of you. Point your glasses at something, and the AI can recognize it, explain it, or give you context in real time. That's a completely different level compared to, "Hey Mita, take a picture." This feels like an actual assistant, not a novelty feature. And because you're seeing the responses instead of just hearing them, it's faster to understand and easier to act on. Privacy is another huge win here. The display is for you and only you. No one across the room can glance at your screen. No shoulder surfing, no awkward moments when sensitive information pops up. Compare that to pulling out your phone in public or relying purely on audio responses through open speakers. This is discreet, controlled, and honestly way more comfortable. Comfort matters a lot with something you're wearing on your face, and this is where I expected compromises. But surprisingly, these glasses balance weight really well. They don't feel front-heavy, they don't dig into your nose, and after a while, you kind of forget you're wearing advanced tech. That's something smart glasses absolutely need to get right, and here, they do a solid job. Battery life is always the big question with wearable tech, and realistically, no smart glasses are lasting all day with heavy use yet. But what impressed me is that these are actually usable for real tasks before you feel the need to recharge. Watching content, doing quick work sessions, checking notifications, and using AI features feels practical, not stressful. You're not constantly worried about the battery dropping every few minutes. Now let's be very clear. Meta Ray-Ban glasses are still good at what they were designed for. Taking quick photos, recording first-person videos, listening to music, and casual AI interaction. But that's exactly the point. They were designed as a social gadget. These glasses were designed as a computing platform. That difference changes everything. One is an accessory for your phone, The other starts to feel like a replacement for it in many scenarios. And once you experience that, it's really hard to go back. Watching videos on a floating screen feels surprisingly immersive. You're not distracted by your surroundings, yet you're still aware of them. It's perfect for travel, waiting rooms, or late-night viewing without lighting up an entire room. Productivity tasks feel more focused too, because the display stays where your attention is instead of pulling you into endless notifications on a phone. And then there's navigation. Walking with turn-by-turn directions in your field of view feels like something straight out of sci-fi movies. No pulling your phone out. No stopping to check maps. Just natural guidance as you move. Once you try, it feels ridiculous that this isn't already standard everywhere. What really makes this product dangerous for Meta Ray-Ban is the value. When you look at the price compared to what you're getting, it starts to raise uncomfortable questions. Why pay premium prices for glasses that don't even have a display when there's an option offering full visual computing, Android apps, and advanced AI? This isn't about style versus function anymore. It's about capability, and capability is what drives the future of tech. Another thing people underestimate is how fast this category will evolve now that real competition exists. When one company dominates without serious rivals, progress slows. Features arrive cautiously, innovation is controlled. But the moment a true competitor steps in and shows what's possible, everything accelerates. That's what this feels like. A signal, a warning. A moment where Meta Ray-Ban goes from being the obvious choice to just one option among many. And let's be honest, this isn't even the final form. This is still early. Displays will get smaller. Battery life will improve. AI will get smarter. Apps will be better optimized. But the foundation is here, and it's already more advanced than what most people expected. Smart glasses to be in 2025. The most exciting part is how normal it starts to feel. At first, it blows your mind. Then, after a while, you catch yourself reaching for information without reaching for your phone. You instinctively look instead of tap. That's when you realize something fundamental is shifting. This isn't replacing phones overnight. But it doesn't need to. It just needs to reduce how often you depend on them. And once that starts happening, the impact is massive. So when people ask, is this a real thing? The answer isn't just yes. The answer is that this is the direction everything is heading. And the fact that it's already this usable, this functional, and this polished should make everyone pay attention. Meta Ray-Ban didn't want you to see this, not because it's bad, but because it shows what smart glasses can truly be when they stop playing it safe. And once users experience that level of freedom, going back to basic features feels impossible. We're not looking at a gimmick anymore. We're looking at the beginning of a new category of personal computing. And whether Meta likes it or not, the smart glasses era just got very competitive.